Good afternoon, you guys. Good afternoon. It is 2 o'clock, well, 1:57 where I am on the West Coast, and you guys are looking at evening time. And I just wanted to kind of come real briefly to allow Black business owners a chance to promote their product. I've been seeing some crazy stuff on social media. Let me position today. Like lately, what's been going on with you guys on social media? But it's like seems like everybody is just been out of shape. Everybody is upset. Everybody is arguing. All this beef on social media. There's too much going on. And I'm talking about these are business owners. Like I feel like if you have a business, especially if you use social media for a platform, you should not be on social media starting drama and fighting. So I want to use this time to allow Black business owners to a chance to promote their business on this post. So if you are a Black business owner, whether you're an author, you're a publisher, whatever you are, if you have a storefront business, an online business, okay, I'm outside as you guys can see. Whatever kind of business that you have, whether it's a service, a product that you created, beauticians, barbers, feel free to comment below and share your information on this post. Everyone who shares their business information will be featured in the Who's Who. We have actually this manual coming out. It's a directory, and we're going to feature a whole host of business owners, self-published authors in it, and we just basically want to see who's who in the community. It's a who's who directory for the African American community, and every time I get ready to do these videos, like I always get interrupted. But it's basically a free directory that allows Black business owners a chance to be seen, to connect with their target audiences, and to get more clientele. It's free. So feel free to comment your information below on this post, because if you don't, you won't be featured in the directory. So go ahead and comment below. But I want to talk to you guys, real quickly, right? I just find it very upsetting and very disturbing that so many Black people just need to get off the drama, get off the elementary stuff, get off the foolishness, and let's just be about our business. Let's support each other. Like, why is that so hard for us to support each other? If you have a Black owned business, feel free to comment below, because that's what this post is for. And give me a second, you guys. Give me a second. Okay, comment below, Black business owners. Share this post with everyone on your page as well. And the directory is going to be released very soon. As you guys may or may not know, I am a PhD student in the second year of my program, working towards a doctorate degree in clinical psychology. And I'm actually getting ready to launch a website for my laboratory that I will be starting pretty soon. So I have several research projects, but within that also have several programs that I am launching for the African American community. And I know that you guys will be richly blessed by it. And this is going to be a part of featured on the website. So everyone who comments below, everyone who shares their information for your business below will be featured for free. You can drop your website below. And I was trying to figure out something, you guys, because I actually meant to tag someone in this post, but I ended up starting it before it, so I'll probably come back and do it again. But I just find it so disturbing. Like, I'm on social media and I'm seeing like people, there's beef. I'm like, I just quickly block. For you guys, I recommend, like, if you guys are in a network with people where you see people like, and this happens all the time, right? Like, I don't know how people get off track and they get distracted and they start getting caught up in like just unnecessary drama online. I'm like, you have to stay focused, you guys. I encourage you guys to just stay focused on whatever it is you're working towards. If you're writing a book, stay focused on that. It's okay to network, but if it's about drama, leave that drama behind. Don't get so consumed with the drama that's on social media that you are distracted and you're losing focus for what it is that you're doing. I want you guys to, use this as an opportunity, a free opportunity for you guys to share your business information. So if you are a Black business owner, share your information on this post. Go ahead and comment with, first of all, we'd like to know the name of your business and give us a short description of your business below. Include a link, a purchase link. So for authors, you can include the link to Amazon. For business owners, include your website. Go ahead and drop your information below. By dropping your information below, you are participating in a free feature in our directory, upcoming directory that we're going to release pretty soon. And the directory is going to be free. It's online. It's the actual published directory, so that you guys can actually have a physical copy of it. It's going to be promoted all across LA. So that's where we are based. We're based actually out in Hollywood, California, but it's going to be distributed all across LA, nationwide. So just go ahead and drop your information below, Black business owners. Feel free to chime into this discussion, because I want this to be more of an interactive discussion about some of the issues that we see with Black businesses, especially people that's doing business online. Like, I feel you have to keep that shit separate. You know, if you're doing business online, it's good to build a network around your brand and your business, but make sure that, you know, you don't want to get on social media and promoting a negative image of yourself, you know, a bad image, an unprofessional image. Always remain professional online. I think sometimes people kind of get it, the lines get blurred. So people think, okay, it's a social media, you can be yourself, you know, it's your page. But at the same time, if you have a brand, yes, it's your page, but you want to make sure that it's professional, that you are professional at all times. And I think sometimes the lines get blurred, and you get people getting on social media and they fighting and they going back and forth. And I'm like, I just encourage you, I see it, and I encourage you guys just to don't get caught up in it. Don't get sucked up into that craziness. Pull back from it. If you have to block people on social media, block them, but don't be around that, because it's toxic and it's only going to be a distraction from what you're supposed to be doing. And you calculate how much time people spend on social media. A lot of times people spend a lot of time on social media, a lot of hours on social media. And if those hours the time is an investment. So those hours that you're spending on social media, if you're not gaining nothing from it, you're wasting time. I feel overpricing from the owners at times, right? I feel, yeah, I mean, it depends on the product. It depends on the product. It depends on the service. You know, I feel like we live in a day and age where people can come up with their own price for whatever they feel their product or service is worth. So it just depends. You know, sometimes if customers don't feel like your product is worth that, then they're not going to buy it. They're not going to give you what it's worth. But if you know you have something very valuable, you know you have a product or service that is worth something to you, and not only to you, but other people, you know that people are willing to pay you the X number of dollars for what you feel is worth and what they feel is worth, then it's not necessarily overpriced. It's who determines what's overpriced is the market. You have some people that say, okay, well, they feel like it's overpriced and they may not be able to afford X, Y, and Z. But if the majority of people out in the market is willing to pay, then it's not overpriced. You know, we can look at any product, any service, any brand, and look at the amount that it costs. And if you have people that are buying it, it's not overpriced. It's just overpriced for a certain demographic of people, but it's not overpriced for the business owner, you know, because it's their product and people are paying it. And at the end of the day, when you're in business, the goal is to make a profit. That's just the bottom line in any business. So I welcome you guys to go ahead and to drop your information below if you're a Black business owner. Like I said, we've already collected quite a bit of submissions from authors, black business owners altogether, but mainly like authors and publishers who will be featured in this directory. And it's going to be an online directory, and we're also going to publish a print copy of it, and it basically just highlights who's who in the Black community and Black business. So important that I feel like we support each other and we don't come up with excuses about why we shouldn't support each other. Granted, now yes, let's talk about this. A lot of black businesses, right? They are startups, so it's not like they've been around for years, that they have like a lot of employees or, a lot of capital or anything. So yes, you're gonna run into the same issues with a black startup that you would any other startup, with that doesn't have that much capital. So I think it's not a matter of, I think a lot of times people say, oh, the quality of black businesses suck, but it's not necessarily black businesses, it's just startup businesses. Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. My business offers financial education. It's one of the best. It's something we all need in the price. Oh, yes. Financial education. We need that. It's so valuable to be educated, on how to invest, how to save money, just how to handle and manage your finances is so important. People think they have it, but they don't. And they end up at the end of the year broke. At the beginning of the year, they're broke. Thanks for sharing your information. This is going to be an awesome directory, and it's going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and it's free. It's free. For you guys who are familiar with UBAWA, which stands for Urban Books Authors and Writers of America, you guys know that I founded it back in 2009, but we launched in 2010. And the whole mission, the whole purpose of UBAWA is to promote authors, to promote self-published, independently published authors. And our target market is African American authors. So this directory is going to be somewhat similar to that, but we're going to open it up a little bit and expand it beyond just authors, and going to extend it to pretty much all black business owners. And this is absolutely free promotion. You guys don't have to pay for me, and you can get a free copy of the directory. Absolutely free. Can't wait for you guys to get your hands on a copy of this directory. And there's going to be tons of information, tons of resources in the directory. So it's not just going to be a listing of businesses. It's going to have all kinds of information, all kinds of resources that is important to you. Free information. I feel like a lot of times people that quote unquote have made it, you know how black people think that they didn't made it out of the hood, right? And they feel like they can't share information. It's like they are advancing up the ranks, so to speak, but they don't necessarily give back to people who are trying to make it where they are. Or if they do, they want to charge, like just for a consultation. And granted, I understand everybody trying to on the come up, right? Everybody trying to get their money, but I'm just saying, what's the harm in giving back to people? And I feel like, hey, that's what the directory is for, and I want to pull together some information. We already have like a wealth of information already, but it doesn't hurt to get more information. So that's why I'm doing this live video, to come to you guys so you guys are able to share what you know and share your business information so that we can include it in the directory so people can know that there are all kinds of tons of black-owned businesses out there that exist and that have awesome products, awesome services. While I'm doing this live video, feel free to drop a description of what you do, and I will definitely give you a shout out, and I will let people know in this video right now. So feel free to go ahead and include your information below, because I think we need more of this. We need more of support within the black communities. Nothing wrong with spending your dollars with other communities, but I feel like it's just so much more important, and sometimes people just don't get it. They just don't get it, because we know that there is a financial deficit in the black community. We know that a lot of people, are struggling financially. It's going to be free. The website is going to launch February 1st. You guys who are connected to this page, Danielle Leach, or even if you're connected to UBAWA, which is my business page, you guys will be the first to know. Trust me, you'll be the first to know the link, because I can't release the link right now, but it's going to launch February 1st. So just remember that date, the first day of Black History, February 1st, Black History Month. It's going to go live. You guys will know about this directory because you've already heard it from me first. So you guys are really the first to know about it. I've done a video about it before, several months ago. So this is like my second time actually coming to you guys, talking to you guys about this directory. But it's pretty much right around the corner. And I'm thankful, for the people who have taken the time to submit their information, because I want to get this information out to the community. I feel that there's so much that we need to know. It's like knowledge is power, as they used to say. So it's so much information out there that I feel like people just are missing out on. People are holding on to. They want to share, and it's just like, come on, you know. So I am doing my best to even reach out to business owners, reach out to people who do consultations, reach out to advisors, because this information needs to get out there. People need to know what it is. They need to know that owning a business, yes, it's a challenge, but it's possible. You can do it. And I feel like a lot of times people just hold on. You know, just for example, when it comes to publishing a book, right? Something as simple as just a few steps, 1, 2, 3, and you will have, you know, an aspiring author come to someone and say, how, you know, what do I do to publish a book? And the author got like 10 books under their belt. They know exactly what to do to publish a book, but you think they're going to tell them how to publish a book? No, because it's like competition. Everybody feel like they got to compete, you know. Everybody want to be at the top. And it's just like, come on, you can give back. That's my philosophy. That's what I live by. You know, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like that's what makes me feel good. That's what helps me sleep better at night, when I know that I've given back to the community. Just, I don't mind sharing information. At KGA, at KGA, we do custom vinyl press attire, custom design, and painted steel cups. Yeah, Gerald, I'm familiar with your name. So thanks for sharing. Do you have a website? It's so important, I think, to have a website, because people always want to see your portfolio and they want to see what exactly that you do. So it's definitely always good to have a website. It's like your business card. It's like your electronic business card when you have a website. So it's really, really important. Make sure that you guys have a website. I like creating websites and building websites, and nowadays you can do it for free. You can do it yourself, you know. I mean, you can of course hire someone to do it for you, but if you are a creative person, you know, you can definitely design your own website for free. Very seamless process, and it doesn't require much to do it, because how they have it nowadays, like, they have it so that it is suitable for people who aren't really tech savvy, so to speak. You know, so as long as you know how to work an iPhone or, you know, a smartphone, you know how to press buttons, then simple as that. Simple as that. Working on an updated site. Yes. Okay, so brwpro.com. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's definitely important to keep your site updated. And I actually manage how many sites? It will be 5 sites once I launch my the site that we're going to launch February 1st. I think that'll make 5 sites. I have danielleleach.com, I have ubawa.org, dreampathways.org, dreampathwayskids.org, and then I can't tell you guys the name of this site, but I already purchased the domain name and everything, and we're building the site as we speak right now. The site is actually getting built as I'm doing this live video, so it's a lot of work that goes into building the site, because you want to make it interactive, you want to make it user-friendly. You know, it has to be compatible with iPhones now and Androids, because people, that's how they access things online, through their phone. So you definitely want to make sure your site is user-friendly and it has smartphone compatibility, because if not, people are going to go and try to access your site on their cell phone devices, and they're going to run into all kinds of issues, you know, and you definitely don't want that. You don't want to turn people away from what you're selling. You want to draw people into what you're selling, whatever that is going to take. People have all different kinds of tricks and tools they use to draw customers in. So definitely you want to be smart when it comes to your brand. Your website essentially is a part of your brand. So you want to make sure that it's appealing, you know, it's easy to read. Some people have eyesight problems. You know, if the print on your website is just absolutely teeny tiny too small, that doesn't help. You know, you want to make it so that people can read the print on your site with ease. Subi says, I'm a writer, I have a publishing company, however, I also blog and research events and bring awareness to situations that have left others to be wrongly accused. Interesting. See, I feel like it's so many people doing great things. And I feel like a lot of times because everybody is just trying to get it, trying to get money. There's nothing wrong with that, right? They're so focused on their goal. It's like they're so self-consumed in that same process, and they don't want to take the time to slow down and look to their left and right to see what somebody else is doing in order to support them. I feel like, yeah, people look to the left and right, but they ain't doing it to support the next person. They doing it to try to compete. And it's like, no, you don't know how much you can gain just by seeing what somebody else is doing, checking out, going to their website, seeing what they have going on, interacting with them. A lot of people are very friendly, internet friendly, social. So sending them a quick message, you don't want to send them a long essay because a lot of times people just don't have time for that. But, send them, reach out to them and introduce yourself, and see what's going on. That's what it's all about. That's how I use social media, and I feel like a lot of times people they use social media for the wrong reasons, unfortunately, and they no wonder they're so angry. They get on social media and they complaining and they have these negative posts, and it's like no wonder, because you're not gaining anything from social media. A site like Facebook, oh my gosh, we're talking about billions of people are on Facebook, right? And the fact that it's free, it's a free platform, and people just don't know how to take advantage of that. They don't know how to take advantage of it. They use it, I guess, for therapy. It's like Facebook is therapy for people, so they get on here and they just start, ranting and going off. And it's like, how is that helping your brand? How is that helping? If it's building your platform, then by any means necessary, keep doing what you're doing. If it's working, keep doing it. But I just don't want people to be, to me, it saddens me when I don't know, so many people, on social media. And these are people with talents, I don't think it would be as a concern if these were just, I don't know, whatever, Joe Schmoes. But these are people who have talents, they have ambition, they have goals, and still it's like they get distracted and they get caught up in the beef and the stuff on social media, and it's just like it's not good for your brand. And then they're wondering like a year later, like, why am I still in the same place I was last year? And it's like, no, duh, you're still in the same place because you've wasted time, valuable time that you could have used towards building your brand, networking with people, building positive, meaningful relationships with people. You decide to get on social media and do something different. And I think I'm becoming a good person, a master at tuning out negativity. You guys who may not know, I also have a YouTube channel, and it's growing. I'm surprised at the numbers. They're going up. They've gone up over the past few days. I'm like, where am I getting all these subscribers from? Like, they're just popping out of nowhere. But I guess, I don't know, maybe it's something in my videos, maybe something I'm saying. But people are like liking my videos, and some people aren't necessarily liking my videos. And yeah, sometimes, you have people that comment negative things and you're like, wait a minute, you feel compelled to respond and to say something back. Like, let me say something back, right? But then I'm at the point, I'm just like, for what? I've trained my mind and myself so much to the point where it's like, if it does not help my brand, you know what I'm saying? If it does not contribute to my goal, my educational school goals, my life goals, my career goals, if it does not help me mentally as a person, I am not going to invest in it. I just can't give it my time. So you know what I do? A lot of times I may delete the comment or just simply ignore it because it doesn't deserve my time. You guys who follow Ubawa, you guys know that we just released the Ubawa Top 100 Authors of 2017 list. That was New Year's Eve, and wow, we got a lot of support. It went viral, actually, and you guys can go check it out on our website at ubawa.org, spelled ubawa.org. I'll have the link in the description below, in the comment section below. But some people actually got upset about it, African American authors, because their names weren't on the list. And it's just like, I don't understand, why people, I don't know, that whole situation. But I'm grateful because obviously it means something to them. That's how I interpreted the whole backlash. Like, it means something to them. It definitely means something to be recognized, for your hard work. And so I get it. And I, as much as I can, as much as I have the time to, I dedicate myself to promoting people, people who don't get the recognition that they deserve, but should, and oftentimes it's people in the Black African American community. Thanks, Van Raymond's Black Hawks organization. So what is your organization about? It's nonprofit. What is your cause? What is your focus? And, it's different ways I could have responded to the situation, I think, but if you're not careful, like, I always ask myself, like I said, how is this benefiting? If I'm going to respond, it's going to be to people who support me. It's not going to be to people who have their own negative opinions. And at the end of the day, people are entitled to their own opinions. People have the right to say and believe and think how they want to think. No questions asked. So that comes with the territory. And I tell people this all the time. As you rise, I'm not going to hold you guys for long, but I do want you guys to continue to share your business information below in the comments. But I must say this. As you continue to rise as a successful business owner, whatever you are working towards in life, whether you're an artist, business owner, entrepreneur, you are going to have opposition. People are going to come and see that you're rising, and that's just part of the game. It's just part of it, and you definitely have to be wise enough, because I think this is what it is. This is what separates the people who will make it from the people who won't necessarily make it, because the people who won't, they get caught up. They take it personal. There's this phrase, Q-tip, quit taking it personal. So if people, you have, let's say you're doing well on your social media platform and you're promoting yourself, and you are trying to build a platform, and you got quote unquote haters, as they call it, or people trying to distract you and get your attention to focus on negative things, you have to catch yourself. Just catch yourself. Do not let that become a distraction. It's going to happen. Just know that if you are at that point, you are right there at the breaking point. Don't fuck it up. I say this all the time. Like, don't fuck it up. Do not. Keep a positive mind frame. Whatever you were doing to get where you are, keep doing that. Use that energy to make you go harder at what you're doing. Just go harder and go harder and go harder and work harder. Interpret that so-called hate or whatever it is, distractions or whatever you want to call it. Interpret that as energy, as a message that somebody, the universe is trying to tell you, like, hey, you are doing great things right now. You are doing the unspeakable. You have a bright future ahead of you, and that this is something that is just a roadblock, and if you can get past that, because there are going to be many more to come, if you can overcome those, and you're only going to continue to rise and keep rising, I'll be in touch, and I definitely want to keep networking. Yes. I'm all tongue-tied, and today is Saturday. I did have plans to go work out, but I don't think I'm going to make it today. I felt compelled to do this video because I'm like, come on, we have to support each other. I have to run and spend time with my granddaughter. Okay, have a great day. But I feel like we just have to do better, you guys. Like, our survival depends on this, and I think it's a very beautiful thing to see it's so many more Black businesses popping up left and right, and I think social media has helped a lot. It's made it much easier for people aren't afraid to get online anymore, whereas before people were actually afraid to get online. There was a stigma about getting online, having a presence online, but nowadays everybody's online, which is, I think, a beautiful thing, and that definitely helps. It definitely helps because, like I said, I can't get away from it. Social media is a free platform. You guys just have to know how to use it. You definitely have to know how to use this platform, especially while it's free, because you already see how Facebook trying to milk what they can from it, and they are trying to make people have to pay to promote their posts so they can be seen, by their followers. But it's definitely ways around that. If you are connected to your following, your following is connected to you, they're always going to be with you. They're always going to follow you. Ubawa, we can close and open and close and close and open new different pages and go to different platforms. And guess what? Because we have a strong brand, our following is going to come. That's what it's about. It's about building a strong connection, a strong brand with the people that care about you the most, and you care about them, and just stay focused on that. That's all you have. That's all you got. Forget the distractions. Allow it to motivate you, if anything. Allow it to communicate to you that you are doing great things. Every time I get opposition, it's like it just tells me, I've trained my brain that it tells me I feel great inside when I see these so-called hate comments or, opposition or people just in their own little feelings about whatever. I'm like, dang, I must be doing something positive. I must be doing great things. Just continue to tell yourself that you're doing great things. Don't give up. Get you a mentor. Get you somebody who cares about you, who knows, what I'm saying, where you are at in life and who are further than you are in life. And, use them as a resource. People who have been where you are trying to go, use them as a resource. And just stay focused. I feel like there's so many distractions in life, so many things just trying to attack people and break up what you have, good things that people have going, and don't let it. Don't let it. If anything, that should strengthen your mission. Whatever the reason that you created your business in the first place, that should make you want to go harder. That should make it more meaningful to you. Your purpose. Whatever their purpose is for your business, it should actually make it more real to you. Because if you got people that care that much about what you're doing, enough to release negative energy, you got to be doing something good. Whether it's positive or negative energy, it doesn't matter. They took the time to release energy. You get what I'm saying? To you. They took the time to acknowledge what you're doing, whether it's positive or negative. So just know people are watching. And I feel like sometimes, of course you get support, but you may have people, it may seem like you got more haters. It may seem like you got more people that's not even paying you any attention. People are always watching. Yes, continue to share your links. I think more people are going to come and eventually share. That's what happened on the last post. We got hundreds of links. So sometimes, when I do my live videos, I just do them sporadically. I give no warning. I just pop up, and then people are like, dang, I missed it. And they go back and they watch it after, I've shared it. So I think people, they will come and they will post. So thanks, Keisha, for your support, because you're right. We have to support each other, you guys. And I look forward to sharing with you guys the directory. It's going to be awesome. Like, I can't wait. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm about to go get me some lunch. Hope you guys are doing well. I heard that on the East Coast it is snowing bad. Even in the Midwest, the weather out here is like awful. But out here, it's beautiful. We have sunshine. It's nice weather. I don't want to rub it in too much because I know a lot of y'all are like freezing. This is my problem. I always go to the community when I need work done or to promote, but I promise you I have to dig deep to find someone that appreciates or has a business mind. Example, I am looking for a local singer to sing 45 minutes at a party, offering exposure, etc. Do you know they asking $3,500 to $5,000, saying they have to learn the song, etc. Looking for a building to hold an event. The community wants $6,500 when others in a better environment ask $2,500. Yeah. That's the thing. Everybody trying to get money, so that's just part of it. You have to keep going, though. It's hard, It's definitely hard, but you have to keep going. I feel like even sometimes you have to ask yourself, if you really want to, it depends on how bad you want to host it at that location. If you really, really want to host it at that location, and let's say the location costs $10,000 to rent it for one day, and if you are dead set on that location, like, because for whatever reason that you need a location, then maybe you can start a fundraiser. You'll be surprised how many people will support your mission, especially if you are really serious about it. They have to see that you are serious, and then they will be serious, and they will jump on board, and they will support you. They will follow in your footsteps. Work at Pizza Hut. So you're like, yeah, they should be grateful for whatever you give them, right? But it's like everybody on the come up, and I think what I've noticed is that people think that you got money, so they feel like, okay, she got money, so let me tax her, let me charge her this, And then you have some people, they will ask you, okay, what is your budget? And then you can throw a number out there and then they will work within your budget. But definitely I would say call around, because that's a lot of money, depending, you know. What kind of event is it? The local bars on the window. The location had bars on the window. I wanted to help the community. I'm in Arizona. The event is in Waco, Texas. Okay, what kind of event is this? It depends because I don't know if maybe you can get it back. Maybe whatever the cost of the venue space and the cost for the performer, maybe you can make that back and more. It just depends. Hosting events can be really tricky. I think really tricky. Can be really tricky, but um, that you do have a point. You say it's in the hood and they want to charge that amount. Hey, people be trying to come up. Everybody is on the up and everybody trying to come up. I don't know. If people are paying them that kind of money to rent their space, then maybe they can charge that. The non-community area is so nice, and yeah, it's like that sometimes. Unfortunately, it's like that. So that's a barrier. It's a barrier to what you're trying to do, and you have to find a way to overcome that barrier. If it's really important to you to host it in the community, and then in the community is like overpriced, you have to find a way to overcome that barrier. Raise money. I think that people sometimes like they underestimate the ability to be able to raise money from people online, but that is a lot of money though to come up with, I think, for a venue. It just depends on what exactly, what's the event, what you're trying to host. But I definitely understand where you're coming from. Definitely understand that. Guys, welcome. Continue to share your links. So, like, that's what it's all about, supporting each other, sharing, networking. We learn so much from networking. And another thing, too, because, like, I was talking about, people always talk about financial capital, right? Monetary capital. But people sometimes, they forget social capital. Sometimes it's about who and we don't have to forget the barter system. Remember back in the day, there was a thing called the barter system. So if you have a service, you can exchange your service for with somebody else who has something that you need. And I don't know, maybe that could work. And someone can lease you their space for a lesser amount. I can pay them and they can use the daughter's food stamp card for food. I feel like I don't know, it's ways to make it happen. Definitely takes money, but sometimes, you can cut costs just by relationships that you have for people in the community. I think that's so important. People, that's another thing. I say, be careful of the bridges I'm all tongue tied today, y'all. Sorry. But as they say, be careful of the bridges that you burn. And that is so important because social capital is more important than financial capital. You get what I'm saying? Yes, they say, okay, you got money, you can buy things, but imagine what you can do if you know somebody. They say it's about who you know. When you know people, that building that may cost $5,000, you can get it for $200. When you know people, you get what I'm saying? And it's not, dang, I ain't just talking to you. I'm talking to myself. I'm preaching to the choir. This is so true. It's about going out there in the community and forming relationships with people. I realize that, and I think sometimes people think they can just jump on board and send somebody a message like, hey, let's do business together, or hey, I got this idea, can you jump on board with me? And they're like, it's a business world. It's a dog eat dog world. It's like something's not right. And it's like people are out for themselves. We live in a very competitive market, all on all sides. And it's like you have to find a way to maneuver through that. And I think definitely when it comes to forming business ties and just community relationships with people, that social capital, it can go a super long way. It can go a long way. And you can get discounts, through that. by just doing that. I tell people that, all the time through Ubawa, it's like authors a lot of times, and this, not necessarily not necessarily talking about what you are saying, Subi, but it is somewhat kind of related, is that authors will expect people that they initially connect with on social media to automatically purchase their book. They're like, okay, what's the point in sending me a friend request if I can't share my link on your page and you don't purchase my book and you don't support me? And it's just like, it doesn't necessarily go that way. Like, nobody, they're strangers. They don't know you. Everybody has a product. Everybody is selling something. It's just like you have to put yourself in the shoes of a consumer. If you're walking down the street and you're a consumer and you got people left and right trying to sell you something, you're not just going to stop, and turn left and right and be trying to buy everything people are selling. You're going to buy, first of all, you're going to go to where you know. A lot of times people shop and they spend their dollars where they're familiar at. Places that they are familiar with, They don't know it, and especially if they ain't got it like that, they ain't spending the money. They just can't afford it. They can't afford to take that risk, to purchase something and spend their money somewhere where they don't know. You don't know if it's a good book. You don't know if it's a good service. You don't know if this is a good product. You just never heard of it. You just don't know, So I think it's a false expectation. It's very unrealistic and kind of irrational to assume that people are just going to jump on board and support you, even if you're black. I think a lot of times that's a false expectation that people assume, like, okay, just because you're black, just because you're African American, people automatically are going to support you. Just because you are black, they should support you because you're black. And it's just like, no, it takes a little bit more work than just being black to get people to support you, It's about community. I can't express that enough. It's about forming ties. I ain't talking about being fake. I'm talking about real community ties with people, forming relationships with people, and, investing that time. It's an investment. Relationships, whether it's business, personal, whatever, is an investment. So it does matter how you treat people. You never know who knows who. A lot of times everybody trying to make it to the top, trying to climb that ladder, not knowing, like, we live in a grid. You get what I'm saying? It's not just, sometimes people think it's just them and they're the only ones in the world, right? And they're going to just make it to the top. But it's like, sweetie, it don't work that way. Like, if you go and you do damage to other people, you don't know who they are connected to. You get what I'm saying? You don't know how you burning that bridge could impact a future opportunity. And you sitting here trying to reach out to somebody thinking that you're going to be able to form this network in this time. It's just like, how about they know the person that you burn a bridge with? And they're like, okay, don't do business with that person because, no. You have to really be careful, I think, how you treat people, because, not to say, yes, you got some scandalous people that will try to just tarnish your name regardless. Yes, that is true. But it's always good to just have good intentions. As long as you're doing the right thing, nobody can question that. You definitely have to be careful, because it's a small world, despite how big it seems. So even with social media has made it even smaller, has made us more connected. So you'll be surprised, like, who is connected to who. I tell people that all the time, like, just be careful. It's so easy, I think, to get on social media and be getting caught up in the drama and people going back and forth, and it's just like, just stop it. Talking about this person behind your back, you go and try to be friends with this person. It's just like, just stop it. I don't engage in it. Like, at this age anyway, like, sometimes it makes you wonder, how old are we again? Because people, like, the things I see on social media, I'm like, these have to be kids. The fact that people waste time and spend time on foolishness like that. People in their 30s and up don't do that. They don't do that. I encourage you guys to separate yourself from that, because it's a waste of time. It's a distraction. Not just on social media, but in real life. You may be surrounded by people who, just like to waste your time. They're negative. Like, stay away from that. If people aren't pouring into your spirit and you feel drained after you're around somebody, you shouldn't feel drained. You should feel energized. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know that person is carrying a negative spirit, negative energy. You don't need that, because it's pulling away from your energy. They're pulling from you. You don't need that. So I encourage you guys to continue to share your links. I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I got to get some food. But I thank you guys for tuning in. And I hope you guys were able to hear me. I am outside in my courtyard where I live. But I am about to end this vlog. And thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. Be blessed and stay positive.